Hello, everybody. I hope y'all doing wonderful today. I can't. Um, it'll be morning, so if some of y'all watch this on the replay, just know that I'll wait about 2 minutes to start talking, or probably be a little bit later. But I'll let you know by let's discuss what's on the thumbnail. But um, ain't nothing much going on. I'm getting ready for bed, and I came across a couple of stories today that I was like, man, I really want to talk about this. It's a mess, but at the end of the day, I had a good day until my son came home, and he was. I think he got the pink eye, y'all. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Please keep y'all kids and keep your kids at home if they're sick. Well, So I'm so only reason why I kind of knew it was a pink eye because he told me one of the kids at his school had it, and I'm like, oh, please. He just left the doctor's office, so he just left the eye doctor. So I'm assuming like, okay, it was nothing wrong because the doctor didn't say anything, and I'm assuming this is like a tell sign, but his eye was like completely irritated today, and I'm like, so I might have to go to the doctor again in the morning. And I'm not feeling these doctors' houses. And when I mean houses, that's what it feels like when I walk in there. It's so cluttered. Like I going to the doctor is like, ugh. So I don't know if anybody else feel that way. Like I'm not really a big fan of the doctors, the clinics. I'm not a big fan of them right now. Definitely not this year because I swear, um, I had to sign in for my kids. Got to get an appointment for the flu shot. Like, and there's no C vaccination. So I'm like, well, was C really true? This is just me looking in, okay? Like they ran out of vaccination. Okay. Or unless they stop it, but they got to tell people we ran out to make people feel cozy and warm, y'all. That's just me, okay? I can think that and I can feel that way. So it's been 3 minutes, so let's get into the thumbnail. All right, so if y'all don't know, I am Elizabeth Moselle, and I talk about anything that comes across my mind or comes across my entertainment. That is TikTok, that can be YouTube, that can just be natural, what goes on in my community. But let's get into it. So wanted to say Britney Spears in 11, but let's go to Aaron. Aaron is a sad case right now. You know, Aaron Carter, he passed away. Um, but this this right now is not making fun of Aaron Carter passed away. It is definitely making fun of the pettiness that most people promote. Okay, and this is basically about the news story that I read today was Aaron Carter's neighbor stated that he's glad that he's out of the neighborhood. Y'all, when I read that, you could not be any petty than the person that took the interview, to the person that said it, to the person that retyped it up and put it in a news story. Like, how everybody is petty. Like, at this moment, everybody is petty. Like, I don't think personally somebody lost their life or whatever the situation is. I kind of like stop following like what's the cause of death. I don't know if they have it out already, but I must say you must be very petty. You must be weird. If you have to, all three, like the person that gave the interview, the person that well, talked in the interview, gave the interview, and then the person that wrote it out. So, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, I know they probably told him that, and Carter passed away, but this fool was like, I'm glad he's out the neighborhood. What in the world could a person, he's no longer on this earth. Like, do he realize? I don't think he understood that. But the sad part about it is like, man, like, I don't want to ever piss off somebody that bad to be like, glad this person's not in the neighborhood no more. I'm glad she don't work here no more. I don't think I will ever want to piss off somebody that bad that I'm gone with my salvation, my savior, and the first thing they say is I'm not somewhere near them anymore. And but I still think the person that wrote that whole article is petty. Like, why would you? I wouldn't. I would put that in the back page. That's just me. That's just common. That's just the common sense. Like, we don't do, shouldn't do that. But we know how mean people can be. But and then on top of that, it seemed like he seemed like he was going through a lot. And I don't know so much of mental illness, and I do know it, but to the depth of it, I have a different understanding. And sometimes, if it's not by the book, you're wrong. I have a different understanding with mental illness, and I feel like there's certain ways that we can cure it for ourselves. But if you don't know how to cure it for yourself, you're gonna always need a clutch. You're gonna always need a sugar coat. That's just how I feel. Um, but at the end of the day, I just when I read it, I was just like, why would somebody do that? But it's easy for people to feel like they want to make the next top story, but it did not. It was not a top story. It was like, why would you do that? So I actually seen the trailer for Megan. I want to see that film with my daughter. Um, Not because it's just something that I know she would laugh at. Come on, she laughs at Chucky. So when I seen the trailer, I was like, "Is this Chucky?" Like 2013. Like, is this Chucky's cousin? Because I'm sitting there like, who in the world? And it's funny. Like, people will create like something like a movie with real life now, real life um fiction, real life not fiction, real life situations. Like, they do have like what I like to call a support doll. They also have support um gadgets. Like, we can talk to our phone now, and they can literally be like a support. Like, if you feel like you don't have a support, hey, sorry, tell me I love you. Tell me you love me. And they probably will, because that's what our life is. We don't even need humans anymore. Like, we don't need humans. Like, we don't. So when I seen that, I kind of got scared for a moment, because I feel like this is not far from reality. Our children will, some of us, we don't take good, proper care of our children. So society will allow us to breed them and somebody else take care of them the way they want to take care of them. They want them to grow up a certain way. And that's how I look at Megan. Like, when that aunt was like, did I make a mistake? And here's my here's this or here's that. It was kind of scary, y'all. So I didn't put that in my thumbnail, but I know I wanted to talk about it. I'm very curious to see how the movie turns out because obviously you can just tell by the clips. But was it like something all along to turn her off, like just activate her batteries? Like, did she have batteries? Why did y'all allow this woman to terrorize y'all this long? Okay. So we're going to talk about the Mrs. Britney Spears in my 11. Okay. I know her name is, well, I'll give her abbreviation MBB. Okay. Why do you have to mess with my Valley? AKA 11. You didn't have to, I guess it seems like they authorized a Britney Spears movie. Britney is not having it. She's like, hey, I'm not dead yet. And I'm like, Britney, people make movies all the time alive. Did you realize that? And I think you had your own life movie. And Crossroads was like a Britney Spears movie about herself. But I might be wrong. Crossroads might be somebody else's movie, but I think it's Crossroads. But Brittany, you had your movie, okay? You had your personal movie. And did you realize you had a song about your life? Lucky. Hello. Let her do your movie. Because I am, 11 is a very, I like 11. I really do. I like MBB. I like her. I think she's very, for somebody to be that young and on that role, I like it. It's okay. It's cool. But Brittany, leave my 11 alone. Come on now. Let us see that good. Let us see the movie. But I feel like Brittany, it seemed like Brittany might not want that movie out because she might have to face her real life problems again. And I'm starting to think when I seen how she said, I'm not dead yet, I feel like she'd rather be dead than allow the people to see her story. And that goes back to like Aaron Carter, like these kids, they're adults now, but their parents literally threw them to the wolves. Like I'm looking at like the kids that we have. Like when I was a kid, we had Brittany, we had the Orlando Brown, we had the Raven. I had the Raven, um, the Lindsay. I had the Amandas. I had all those characters, all those influence, and I never knew they had it worse behind the scenes. You would never know until one day I was looking at a documentary and I saw the two Corys. Now this was not before the film. This was not before the show. This was like VH1 had behind the scenes and the Corys, and they talked. They never disclosed any name. They talked about getting abused in the system, not in the system, but the in the Hollywood studios and stuff. And it kind of touched my heart. But then suddenly, after that, you start seeing more celebrities acting out and weird. And the first person I start seeing that people thought it was crazy was the guy from B12. Not B. Is it B12? No. What is that group? Oh, Marion. B2K. That's the group. B2K. So, and everybody thought he was crazy. He was lying. But then they slowly started agreeing with him, but still sugarcoating it. Like they're still tormented by, or they still haunted by what they saw or what they encountered with certain people in the industry. So I understand why Brittany probably don't want people to watch her downfall in a 30 or hour and 2 hours movie. But that goes back with the Whitney movie. You know, if we knew Whitney's story, we would had a better understanding how to process Whitney. You know, and of course we always heard the fake vlogs, and we saw videos of her acting up in the courts and at the gas station and on that show. But we never knew the depths of it. You get what I'm saying? Like now we see the depths. We can have the ability to see the depths of Brittany and what made her have the urge of cutting her hair off. And it's kind of sad. But how do y'all feel? Do you think we should wait until Brittany passed away to make a movie about her, or should we be able to see it now? I think we should be able to see it. Now, there's some things that I would not understand why they were put in the film, like falling out. And just show us the before and the after. Like show us, why she had got, taken away. Like why her dad is the voice of her or has been. Talk about the little hardship of her staying on birth control and um not allowed to leave, because there's more to it than just, oh, it's a control thing. There must have been a reason why they had to control her, but or put her away. And when she got out and she got her freedom, she seemed to me, and this is no allegation, that this is just me, seemed like she had a little of a addiction. I don't know what is addiction, but it just seemed like she was very addicted to something. Um, or it wasn't craziness. It seemed like she was strung out, and that was the only way the family could have an eye on her, because she seemed like she was somewhere going on a deep end. But no. But again, how do y'all feel about the neighbors saying they're glad that Mr. Carter is no longer in the neighborhood, but he passed away? And also, do you think we need to have not another, but do you think we should have a Britney Spears movie sometime soon? Just throw that in the comment if y'all are watching. If y'all not, this is late, y'all. I understand. And I'm about to head out because I gotta go to work in the morning. Like I'm sitting here chit chatting with y'all. Like I don't have a real 9 to 5. But I'm gonna say this before I go back because I have to talk about my job sometimes. So let's take a breather. I'm ready. It doesn't make any sense why there's so many stupid people in this world today. And when I tell you stupid people, I mean what I mean. All right? Stupid people. I'm talking about the one that is capable of learning, the one that is like masters, bachelors, doctors. And baby, you can't have a whole conversation with them. You can't have no conversation with them without them asking retarded questions. And I'm so serious. I find I'm gonna find it very interesting if the government found a way to get rid of all the stupid people. The world be full of assholes. I said what I said because we are not stupid at all. We're just assholes for a reason, to weave out the stupid people. And I don't care if, and like I said, I deal with a lot of women and I deal with like the public. So, and I tell you, I have to, like, for example, we're just going to use this as an example. I'm in my office, and obviously, my office is a public area where people get assistance. So, if I get a phone call, because they feel like, hey, let me just call this person and let me see if I can get some quicker results, right? So they call me. I tell them I can't do anything for you. Baby, they get upset. Like, I just told you, you went to the wrong U turn. This is a dead end. Reverse, but they don't want to reverse. They want to just sit there and argue with you. You understand what I go through, y'all. And I be so excited if I want to hang up on so many people so much. But y'all have a wonderful day. I'm finished chatting about my job and I'm about to head to bed. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.